uncle, he come out at Walmart one time and climbed underneath his pickup truck and wouldn't start. And thought the battery's dead. And, the lights come on. I couldn't figure it out. He climbed underneath there. Someone had pulled his starter out. Took his starter off his pickup right in front of Walmart. He could have been Paco.
Yeah.
I think she got the whole thing. But yeah, I'll take care of it.
Given radiation poison.
Yeah, for more deodorant. Probably.
So how's the family? I seen you on Facebook the other day. You all have to be doing something. Yeah.
Yep. Morning. Good morning, that's right. Hanging out with your brother all morning. That's what I heard. Yeah.
Usually I didn't get really.
Yeah. I just didn't know if we have enough councilmen here. Tony's here. 3.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, we got enough.
Mel's here.
Mel's here.
We got 4. Yes. Randy. No, Randy's here.
Is he coming?
Randy's here. We got the whole crew.
Oh, well, then they're all here. You ready to go?
Oh yeah.
We're good.
We're good. It's recording.
Recording.
How are you?
Morning.
Hey, you bringing soul food? Huh? You bringing soul food, or is that popcorn? Is that from outside? Thanks. I want barbecue. I don't need popcorn.
Hey, Mal. Mal. Nobody else got those. Just Christmas. Nobody did. That's why we're here. Oh, yeah. That's what you're talking about.
Okay, 11:30. I'll call to order the Board of Works meeting for September 6th, 2019. And Mooch is buying the pizza. Can I get a roll call, please?
Board Member Alan Callaway,
Yeah.
Here.
Board Member Paul Seymour Jr.,
Here.
City Attorney Del Weldon,
Here.
Utility Director Olin Clausen,
Present.
Mayor Kelly Milan,
Here.
and myself.
Okay, the topic for us this morning is the tent that's being put up over at Fairgrounds property. I don't believe we had ever voted to allow it to be put on city property before the project started. So that's why we're revisiting that. Any comments or?
I just have a question, I guess.
this. What we're voting on is basically to allow the tent structure to be built on city property. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
yeah, any structure that would be built, whether on any city asset would have to be approved. Yes. Yes. Any other comments? Okay, so I'm going to entertain a motion to approve the tent structure. Or do I have a motion? Let me ask it that way.
I'll make a motion that the project moves forward and gets approved in a favorable to be passed on to whatever council or parks, wherever it's gonna go next, for the tent.
Okay.
It's fine. So just for the record, we're approving the permanent structure, permanent fixture to be added to city property.
At the fairgrounds.
Yep.
Yeah. Second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. Okay, that's all the topics we have for Board of Works. Parks and Playgrounds will begin at noon. I'll entertain-
Motion to adjourn.
Yes.
I don't wanna end it on this. I've got a problem with, some of the things I've been reading in the paper, the last meeting. In particular, did not like the article that was the Eagle Radio. Had Mr. Clausen's picture, Mr. Weldon's picture in it. It seemed to me like it said utility director against administration. I consider myself part of this administration, and I don't like the way this picture's been painted, and I don't know if there's anybody here that, I want that cleared up. I'm behind Mr. Clausen. I'll stand behind him. I'm about work. And I don't think it's fair to say that the administration and the utility director are at odds. I know there's some of us, but I know there's some of us that aren't having a problem. So that's one thing I'd like to say. And, well, here he is right here. If you don't mind, I'd like to say it again.
Go ahead.
Mr. Perleyberg. My comment is, don't have anything to say about the article itself, but the headlines. The utility director at odds with the administration. I consider myself part of the administration, and I want to make it clear, and I don't care who knows it. I don't like the way that we've been putting pictures in the papers. I think it's bad for the town, but I want to make it clear that I'm not against Mr. Clausen. I am behind whatever utility business I get communicated with a lot. I do okay things, and I just felt like that article makes it sound like that every one of us, I consider council part of the administration. I do not want to be lumped in with what's going on here. So I would very much appreciate if sometime in the near future that it's made clear, and I hope other councilmen take the same position. If they don't, that's fine. But I want to make my own decisions, and I think about them when I make them, and I'm not ashamed when I make them. So I don't want to be lumped in that, and I felt like I was lumped in. I want everybody to know that I am standing behind Mr. Clausen on this particular issue. The other thing that I got a question on, I asked, could we back up in the meeting? I thought about it a lot, and legal advice that we get. I know there's some lawyers here in the audience today that have watched this video And I wanna know if you guys got any comments on what's happening, because I think it was an embarrassment to the city. Is there anything that you guys,
Yes, I'd like to address that, Mr. Seymour. My name is Dave McGimson.
Leonard, before you start, Dave, obviously, this meeting was scheduled.
look, Dale,
Paul?
I
Del,
realize
Del, you don't run the meeting, Del. You're the city attorney. You
Well,
do
but
not. You're not
here's
chairing this
what's
meeting.
happening.
I have
Before
the
you
floor
talk,
right now.
you
I
know.
have the floor right now,
Hold on.
and I will be heard.
Hold on,
Dave.
hold on. I got the floor. Okay? Obviously, this was planned.
absolutely. I'm so mad about the other night, Kelly. I don't like the way you handled the floor. I don't like the way I was treated.
You don't like the way I
I
handled the
don't,
floor?
absolutely, the way Mr. Weldon treated me the other night about not backing up, not doing the Board of Works, and the way that we were treated, I have no way that I can accept what happened the other night in
So
the
did
meeting.
you call this gentleman?
No, I did not.
Who did?
I did.
Reason?
Basically to address the issues that were alleged by Mr. Weldon, because they're very grievous, and I think that we gave Mr. Weldon the courtesy of letting him read his report. I think that it's only right that we give these gentlemen a chance to respond with some facts.
Your Honor, aren't lawyers supposed to be hired by permission of the city lawyers? Why are two new lawyers here hired again?
They're not two new lawyers, they're with Bingham.
Well, and this was planned. I'm sure that, Paul, correct me if I'm wrong, but you guys met about this
What went on
today.
the other night wasn't planned.
But this is a meeting about
Who
it,
gave you
Paul.
permission to sit in your office for weeks or days or hours to read, for you to read out of that? Where did the council vote on that research?
Paul, my only point is
You
this is a
accused
meeting.
our utility director of somehow or another disappearing $10 million. Now, do you don't think that looks bad on everybody in these chairs?
Paul, this is a meeting about a tent. This is not a
No,
platform.
when we left the other night, I was fully expecting to come here and take care of a couple of issues,
But
not
that's
just
not-
a tent.
That's
That was
not what
it.
this
That
meeting was
was the-
set for.
that was the reason.
USB board when everybody can be up there and talk about it.
I'm ready for that. I want this talked about today.
It's not gonna happen today, Paul.
I believe this man's got the floor. I wanted him on it, and I want him
Is this
speaking.
about the tent?
This is not about the tent, Your Honor. This is about transparency, and let's be
About the tent?
It is not about the tent. It is about transparency, about what was said the other night. The longer that stays out there, the less transparent it is. This community deserves to know some answers. Have you read the legal opinion? Have you read the legal opinion that the city attorney signed his name to? Let me tell you about that legal opinion.
Mr. McGinty.
Let me tell you about that legal.
You're not to advise the city on legal matters. If you want to give a statement on Owen's behalf, he can do that to the press. He can do that outside in the parking lot. This is a meeting about a tent. It's not a political platform or a platform for Mr. Clausen to respond to anything. I did not make allegations. I did not make any statement in a political matter. I just stated the facts as was requested by the State Board of Accounts. That's the way this works.
Accurate.
That is false. I watched the video, and you accused the
This
utility
is not
director
the
of.
proper time or place for you to
Let's
make
be
these
transparent
statements.
about things.
Let's wait till we have a USB meeting.
Your Honor, I demand to speak right now.
Well, you can demand, but I'm saying we're gonna wait until we
So
have
you're
it
saying no
under-
transparency in this
we're at-
community,
no,
Mr. Mayor?
No, sir, do not put words in my mouth.
Well, that's what I'm hearing.
Please do not do that.
I think it's in everybody's interest to
And
hear the actual
I'm
facts.
I'm saying that
Has
I
any-
called this meeting. It was about the tent only, and that's what we're talking about today. If you guys want to call a USB meeting, I absolutely will do that. We'll call a special USB meeting, but it's not going to be talked about today.
Every day
Excuse me?
that we don't address this problem, and I'm not a Facebook reader, but I've been reading it the last 2 days. I can tell you something. There is a lot of damage in the paper, there's a lot of damage on the radio, and there's a lot of damage on Facebook that is just not true.
Paul,
Absolutely not true.
Okay, that's your opinion against people putting stuff out on Facebook.
No, it's
We
my
can't control.
opinion against Mr. Weldon.
Okay.
And
Well,
Mr.
we're not-
Mr. Welland's
Statement that he
opinion, I
made
can,
was
let-
very damaging to the city of Lawrenceburg.
And
All of us.
are you going to get a motion to adjourn without letting me speak? That's my question.
Excuse me?
Will a motion to adjourn be forthcoming without letting me speak?
In the Board of Works meeting?
In the Board of Works
Yes, sir.
meeting? Who's going to make that motion?
I
Your
will
Honor?
make the motion.
Who will second it, Your Honor?
I don't appreciate you questioning me.
Your Honor, I don't appreciate you,
Excuse me?
Your Honor. I said Your Honor. I'm trying to be deferential, but I think it'd be transparent and for allowing me to
And
have
I
the
said,
floor.
we'll give you all the time you want to speak, but it'll be in a USB meeting.
Why can't it be right now?
Because that's what you're talking about is USB issues.
This is a community issue.
It's a USB issue. Who are you hired by?
Lawrenceburg, City of Lawrenceburg Municipal Utilities.
Okay, thank you. It's a USB issue.
The utility
That's
director,
where we're going to entertain the comments from. That'll be in that meeting.
Your Honor, your utility director sits up here at the Board of Works meeting. It is
He's not a member of the Board of Works.
correct, he's not a member, but he's sitting up at the
Well, anybody
dais.
could sit up here.
I don't know what we're afraid of hearing. I don't know why we're
Not afraid of hearing anything, Owen.
I don't
I'm
think
just
that's
saying
true.
we're going to do things the way it should be done.
Your Honor, the city attorney had weeks to prepare a 2.5-page legal opinion. I've had less than 48 hours to review it.
We're giving you more time now.
Believe me, I have plenty of time. 48 hours is more than enough
I
time.
wanna know who hired you because
We were on retainer,
the
Mr.
US
Abbott.
people didn't hire you.
Mr. Abbott, we're on retainer.
Hire an independent audit and come in and check everything.
I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the the Board of Works meeting, please.
Motion.
Second?
You can second it.
I will second it. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Opposed.
Roll call, please.
Board Member Alan Callaway. Board Member Paul Seymour Jr.
No.
And I say yes. So we will adjourn the meeting.
I've got a question.
Parks and Playgrounds at noon.
I've got a question.
Yes, sir.